All right, guys, sorry about that. My video decided to cut off. Okay, so I was saying before the video had cut off that going the distance, right, could be very significant with the movie Hercules, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Right, that is very significant. It's like you're willing to go the distance, even with this card here with the Knight of Swords. It's like this person is on the horse. They're coming in quick. They're coming in fast, and for some of you guys too, when it comes to your energy, like I was saying before, a lot of times people may think that you're rude and very, direct. But it's not that you're rude and direct, it's that you know what you guys want and you know what you desire and you know what you will tolerate and not tolerate. So for some of you guys, it's like you're able to choose your battles wisely, right? When it comes to other people's stress, okay, there's something about other people's stress, other people's burdens, okay, their disputes, their arguments, okay, that is significant. It's like almost looking at someone's situation with the number 5, right? It's like somebody could be projecting their energy onto you, right? And like I said, even when it comes to like heal and unhealed experience, even if we are going through transitions of healing and things like that and say, things are going well, this energy can always still show up no matter what. It's not that you're manifesting it, but a lot of times when you're going on your healing journey, a lot of people think that they can test you or they think that they can, bring up certain things that you do not want to bring up or talk about. So again, it's almost like that friend. Say you have a friend group and you and that person were very close, right? And then say that you've distanced yourself from that friend group. It's almost like that friend constantly coming towards you, giving you information, and you didn't even ask about them. You never brought up their name. You never asked about them. You don't care, right? And so even family could do this to you too, not just friendships either. Like you could have family or relatives where it's almost like every time you go into that energy, and maybe that is something that you guys are learning, okay? Or that is also something too where if you guys are learning, you guys could be understanding that dynamic where it's like, okay, if you like it, I love it, but I don't want to be a part of that. So even that too, like family and relatives could try to drag you into their drama, their disputes, okay, things that they know that they need to work on and go within themselves, but they refuse to go within. They'd rather put the blame on you or try to like drag you into it, and you're not having it. It's like you're seeing somebody for their real true colors. You could be seeing a group of people, because right in this photo it has 3 people. So say you're the one with the sword, okay, and these are the 2 people that tried to maybe do whatever it is that they did to you. So like say you're the one with the sword, okay, you got 2 swords here and 1 sword here, right? And say these 2 swords, one of them had a sword, okay, and they probably attacked first, okay, and then the other person who had the sword maybe thought, well, you're a donkey for doing that, okay? Like, why would you do this? You know what I mean? Like, why would you pick up that sword and ask me to help you to pick up that sword when you know that this person, no matter how many swords you think you have, they will always have the last sword, whether 1 or 2. Okay, some of you guys could say something like that. I'm not the 1, the 2, or the 3. And what does this person have? 3. Okay, so like I said, when it comes to conflict, you guys choose your battles wisely. You guys, when it comes to Venus energy in Aquarius, there's also something about that where you guys are not the same. And when I say that, I mean that in the most best way possible, okay, in a unique way. There's something about when it comes to Venus energy, what you attract and what it is that you desire when it comes to relationships and things like that. Whether this is like beauty, also, maybe things that give you pleasure too. That's significant as well because, Venus energy talks about love and pleasure, right? So when it comes to Venus, in Aquarius energy talks about being detached, right? Some of you guys, the reason why this person, whoever this was in your energy, the reason why they think maybe you're detached or rude, even though I don't think you guys are, okay? I'm just, reading the energy. I don't think you guys are rude, right? But whoever this person may think that you were rude or, being a certain way, that was them, okay? Like, they were projecting their issues and insecurities onto you, and you're like, nah. You know, like that little meme where they have the spray bottle and they're like, at, at. Like, no, no, no. We're not doing this today, okay? You're not going to put your burdens and your issues onto me. I know when to choose my battles wisely. I know when you are trying to manipulate a situation. Take what resonates with that, okay? Death card. Okay, 13. Okay, mind you, this is a two-parter that I'm doing right now because the first part decided to you know, jump out the seams. So this is part 2. Okay, but death card is very significant for some of you guys when it comes to you being able to embrace this transformation and new beginning. Now, when it comes to energies too, there could have been something that, not that you wanted to, but maybe just out of curiosity, because a lot of times when it comes to you being on your journey, some of you that are still learning, not the people that are like, you know, captains in the game. I mean the new people, right? The babies of the group, right? Because again, like I said, we all learn from each other. So even when it comes to like death energy and transformations and things like that, there's something about you embracing this new beginning because of the fact that you are no longer tolerating certain things that have nothing to do with you, like any conflict or anything, you know, that people try to pull you into. You guys are embracing transformation. Death is very significant. Letting go, releasing the past, okay? This ending and new beginning that you're dealing with, there's something about you being called, right, to let go of everything, meaning everything that no longer serves you so that you can go into this transformation brand spanking new. And some of you guys are already in that. But again, like I said, it's almost like out of curiosity where you could have went back to this energy just to see, like, you know, were you just having a moment? Like, you know, is you cool? You know, that's how you feel. Like you just, you know, let me check the temperature and see what's really going on here. And for some of you, you guys could have went and said, oh, heck no. It's like you could have went out of curiosity to see something, just to see, like, you know, have you grown? Have you changed? Because again, this could be like family, this could be friends, like, you know, people that maybe you did not want to cut off or release or just distance yourself from. So it's not that you don't care for these people, but you see these people for who they are. Like at the end of the day, whether you have friends, families, co-workers, whatever it is, keep in mind that everybody that is in this planet, not everybody has the same intentions. A lot of people may show up in a certain mask, but their intentions are also different. So there's something about that when it comes to that. You guys are letting go and releasing. We also have the High Priestess, okay? You guys know. You guys know, all right? There's something that's off. Okay, 5 of Swords. It's like every time you go into a certain situation, you already know something is off. Okay, but for some of you guys, it's like your intuition knows. Like, you know, you trust your intuition, you trust your inner wisdom, right? For some of you guys, when it comes to like research and analysis, there's something about you when it comes to your energy that you are listening to your inner unconscious voice. But your inner unconscious voice and higher power that you listen to, and the moon energy about, you know, seen and unseen things, there's something about you having hidden knowledge about a certain situation, or there's also something about where you could have searched. Like I said, you could have, out of curiosity, went in to check for something, and you were like, oh, heck no. You know, like you're just like, oh no, I'm going back to listening to my intuition. I knew not to come back. I knew not to, you know, entertain y'all, whoever this energy is, right? It's like you said no, whoever this is that I'm talking to. It's like you saw something and you saw it for what it was, and you're like, oh no. Like, you have an idea when it comes to like your feelings and you having that awakening. Okay, you guys know, even when it comes to like your intuition, some of you guys are very connected spiritually, right? Even when it comes to like emotional awakening as well, there's something about that when it comes to trusting in your intuition. So there's something about you leveling up when it comes to partnerships with the universe and divine. Okay, yeah, there's something. It's not funny, but it's interesting, okay? Like, it's not funny, like a kiki, ha-ha type of energy, but it's kind of interesting to see how This is showing up. Literally, like I said to you guys, there's something about this energy where if people were trying to drag you into their conflict, or if they were trying to pull you into their drama, there's something about the energy, and I'm laughing because you guys knew. Like, you know when people play Boo Boo the Fool? Like, you guys maybe dumb. Some of you probably play dumb. And I'm not saying that to say that you guys are not dumb. You guys are actually very smart and very intelligent to know when to play stupid in someone's energy. It's almost like, you know what? I'm going to stay quiet and I'm going to pretend like la 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 la. It's kind of giving Pisces energy, because I love when people talk about Pisces being like in La La Land, or any water placements being like in La La Land, like we don't know what we're talking about or what we see or what we know. Okay, and that is also significant too. I mean, you don't have to have water placements, but especially those placements, that is very significant, especially placements in Neptune and, you know, certain placements in transit with one another. That is significant, right? So when it comes to this energy of your inner unconscious, you can tell, you can smell arguments, you can smell the competition, you can smell the, you know, clashes of the ego and things like that. You are embracing healthy competition when it comes to you being aware when there is conflict or when there are obstacles within other people's lives. Saturn energy talks about responsibility and having discipline. And for some of you guys that are in this energy with Leo, whether you have your Saturn in Leo or not, there is something about you showing up and standing up as someone who has leadership and authority, even when there is conflict and hostility and things that are happening around you. You still show up as that energy, right? So it's almost like people could try to put you, like I said, in these type of competitions, and you're like, no, like, I will release this when I need to. Okay, 10 of Swords. It's like, do you really think I'm going to go back into the same energy that made me feel like this? Okay, made me feel like I had to compete, or, you know, competition wasn't really there, because it's like, how can you compete where you don't compare? And that's what I mean by you guys. It's like a lot of people try to compete where they don't compare with you, because some of the things that you do, it just comes naturally. Okay, like, not everybody is talented and gifted in that sense, where, you know, people who can just have that photographic memory where they could just watch somebody do something and then they do it. But then not everybody can do it like that as well, right? Not everybody can copy your sauce, okay, from what I'm picking up here. So yeah, when it comes to people maybe trying to, you know, attack your energy, bring you into disputes, drag you into drama, okay, there's something about you changing when it comes to you releasing and letting go of the past and embracing a new beginning. It's like, if you guys want to stay in betrayal, okay, if you guys want to stay in this dead end energy of bitterness, okay, and trying to ruin one another in that sense, you're like, oh, heck no. Okay, Sun in Gemini energy. You don't have to be a Sun in Gemini, but 1010 is very significant when it comes to your career, okay? Long-term goals and success. Status could be very significant. Someone's status could be very significant when it comes to maybe someone seeing something about the truth, when it comes to somebody that causes chaos, okay, when it comes to clashes of ego. So yeah, there's something about you ending something when it comes to the past, where some of you guys, if this is not somebody who has a Gemini sun, there's something about communication that's being cut off or ending. Okay, so even like this victimization type of energy, even though you were not playing the victim, it's like someone else in your energy was trying to make you show up and seem like you were playing the victim, even though you were not, which is kind of weird. Like, I find that very weird and awkward, because if you were not playing the victim and you were just speaking about how you felt in a situation, it's almost like people around you were making it seem as if you were trying to victimize yourself, and you weren't. You were actually just cutting off the energy because you realized this is a dead end. Okay, there was a connection maybe that you guys could have had, whether family, friends, okay, whoever this is, but you saw it for what it was and you're like, I'm cutting it off. This is a dead end. This is not for me. Yeah, they try to make you feel trapped, and you release that. Okay, with the number 8, this is about death and transformations. Whether this was you, how you felt mentally, okay, you guys are stepping into your power. You're no longer feeling powerless, right? There's something about your freedom and you releasing and being able to take control in the ways that you survive, okay, and also how you face your fears. It's like, you are somebody when it comes to communication even if people tried to make you look like you were the bad guy in a situation and you were not, right? Something to do with justice as well. There's something about you, like people tried to maybe limit you or felt like you know, needed limitations. And you broke through those limitations. You're like, look, I don't care what you guys want to do, but one thing you're not going to do is control me, right? You're not going to tell me how to speak. You're not going to tell me how to, you know, articulate myself. You're not going to tell me how to be, okay? Especially when it comes to jobs, it's like, yes, jobs and careers should be able to articulate. You should be able to articulate yourself. You should be able to speak professionally and properly and things like that. But you being your authentic self, like say that you do have a little bit of a slang or an accent, it's like, why are you trying to change people and make them feel bad about themselves, about who they are? So it's almost like people try to restrict your energy, restrict your freedom, and restrict you in how you should show up, okay? With the Ten of Pentacles, this is very significant. Some of you guys could be receiving some type of clarity, okay, when it comes to you receiving some type of windfall, or even when it comes to like privilege, right? There's something about you having certain privileges when it comes to you being able to be grateful about the abundance and stability that you have in your life. Okay, like I said, this could be about career and success and your public reputation. So while somebody else was trying to tarnish your reputation, you still showed up as the big dog. Okay, you showed up as the one that has, you know, groundedness in the way that you communicate, even the way that you show up with clarity. You always show up with new ideas. You always show up with a new vision. Okay, you could be somebody when it comes to being ready. Okay, you guys are ready for clarity and truth. Like you guys are showing up in this energy of, I no longer want to be around people who are fake or people who do not communicate properly or people who are not adaptable when it comes to energies. It's like relationships. You ever had somebody in a relationship and they may complain and say, well, you know, you don't talk to me enough, right? And it's almost like, okay, fine, I don't talk to you enough, so let me start texting you or calling you here and there, right? Then you do that. Then that person says, you don't talk to me on the phone long enough. Okay, so you start talking to the person on the phone longer and longer each and every day so that they can feel, you know, heard and seen, right? Then it gets to the point where you're doing all these things and going out of your way. And this doesn't have to do anything with money, okay, or what you have. It's about the intentions and the emotions behind it. It's the principle at the end of the day. And a lot of people that don't know who you are specifically lack that, okay? A lot of people lack the fact that there's things that is about the principle, right? So say you're doing all these things for this person every single day, and then they still come back and complain and say, well, you know, you don't call me at this time. And it's like, for the love of God, okay? You complain that I don't call you, so I start calling you. You complain that I don't talk to you enough, so I start talking to you. You complain that I don't talk to you at a specific time in the day, and I start doing that. It's those kind of people that you look at and you're like, what more do you want? That is the energy that people were trying to make you feel like. It's like you would give a mile, they'll take an inch. And it's just like, what do you want? Right? Clarity as well when it comes to you focusing on what it is you desire. Like I said, your stability is significant and you having concentration in that, right? So not allowing other people to jump in and try to, you know, mess with your energy is significant as well. All right, guys. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Take what resonates with you guys whenever you see this. You guys are, like I said, when it comes to like confusion or miscommunication, you guys are receiving clarity about a lot of things. You also, when it comes to you speaking your truth, you are also showing up as somebody that's giving clarity to somebody else when it comes to a situation, and they're kind of also understanding you a little bit better because you were very open and honest about maybe what they've done to you, okay? Not everybody's like that either. That's why I say sometimes there's certain situations that you just got to walk away, because I really do truly feel like there are people out there, and I'm not even trying to be funny, like I genuinely feel like there are people out there that are mentally ill. And because the way things are going right now, a lot of people who should be being medicated or being seen for, you know, their illness and things like that, they're not. Okay, they're not. And they're showing up in the energy of somebody as, you know, they're showing up as somebody who's whatever normal is to society, but in actuality, they're showing up the opposite, because it's like you are showing up as the one that's crazy, right? Because you see things for what it is. Even conspiracy theories are not, conspiracy theories anymore. Things like that. Like, you could speak up on a lot of things and have clarity and be focused when it comes to like your vision, whether this is a job or just you talking about certain dynamics and things. And literally, you could have had people that were trying to make you feel like, oh, you're crazy, I don't know what you're talking about. Creating problems, creating chaos, purposely in your life, just to find out or come to the conclusion that I'm not crazy, they are. You know what I'm saying, guys? So take what resonates with that. But I'm going to end it here. This is a two-parter, like I said. Anyway, thank you guys. I love you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. All right, guys? Bye.